Greetings, my excellent friends. I am late, I know. I'm generally late, but I'm late on top of late. I have a good reason, kind of. Well, it's an understandable reason if you've also done this in your life before. Yesterday I decided to try Vampire Survivors. Now, in my defense, I started the run at 10:22, which is more than half an hour. Of course, when the game pauses whenever you level up for a good 5 seconds, that does escalate. It finished only 3 minutes after the turn of the hour. The reason why we're here so late is because of the things that popped up between, oh good, I'm finished, I can get ready, versus actually sitting down. But we're here, okay? That game's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Who knew a game that required you to just walk around could be that involved? It's still very early for me. Like, I get the impression there's an awful lot of things I haven't found yet based on how it seems to give you, like, new menu elements based on new stages. Like unlocking the bestiary and the map via the third stage's relics. I don't think I'm going to get the fourth stage for a while. I can do the library, which I think you're supposed to be able to do. I managed to get to 30 minutes there once. The run that I just did lasted 29 and a half, which annoyed me, but I'd already gotten to 30, so that was okay. I didn't have a Bible circle protecting me from all harm in that second one. But, I don't know about getting into serious progress in the third stage, because that one looks fucking scary. Anyway, Baldur's Gate. Game gets easier as you go. Yes, that's something I sort of gathered from the big list of power-ups, and big list of characters, and big list of everything, really. My most immediate goal was evolving all of the weapons, so that they could be added to my, like, collection. Which I've done now. Everything except the... what is it? The exploding bird thing, because apparently I need to level it up to full to unlock another similar thing that it pairs with, so you have to do that first. And by I've done it, I mean all of the basic ones that, you know, fill the top rows of the list. I know there's way more. Never in my life thought I'd appreciate the Bible so much. Sorry, anyway. The game will load. Have fun at the party. Well, let's see what happens there. I don't know how it necessarily works, but I have heard that there is alternatively a goblin or a tiefling party that happens after you resolve this issue. So I didn't realize it was at my camp. I figured you'd return to the Grove and it would all be happening. But I guess they can't party in the Grove because of the druids. I'm sure I will see the goblin party one day.
Ahead.
It takes a lot to get me to do evil paths in games, but turns out that Minthara is enough. At least, like, because when I was looking into how to get her, what I heard was getting her is fine, and she'll still function normal-ish with everybody. Even the ones who leave you when you side with the goblins, namely Will and Karlach, she does have like stuff in place for her and them being in a party together. And the reason for that is because there's actually two ways to get her. It's just that the other one sacrifices too much. You can side with the goblins, sure. Well, there's two ways to get her other than siding with goblins. You can side with the tieflings and knock her out, sure. Or you can leave. You can get Minthara by taking a look around at this goblin-tiefling conflict and just deciding no thanks and leaving. Which I believe means Minthara shows up the same way that she does if you knock her out. But yeah, the crux of it was if you ever want to bang her, you need to side with the goblins or else it won't work. At least in today's builds. So that might be something Blue Moon could stand to hear if you're planning on doing Minthara romance. You do need to kill all of the druids and shit. From what I read, you can enter into a relationship with her, but all of the scenes and dialogue and intricacies just do not happen. You have a conversation saying, we're dating now, you start dating, and then the game pretends you're not for the rest of the game. It's a shell. Sorry? I'm glad I told you, because I think that would be a shit thing to come to the slow realization of. Hopefully it is early enough that you can make a choice there, because, yeah, you effectively would need to... I mean, you could still try it in Romance, or just everybody's saying it's unsatisfying and there's a bunch of content missing. So you could either butcher a small civilization for the sake of your drow girl, or decide to pick a different character to get closer to in this run. Shame that you have to do that, but yeah, that's another reason to do the goblins, at least. Anyway, I'm sitting here just talking. Let's talk to Halson. And Karga, who is hopefully getting her fucking rights read to her at the minute. Oh shit, there it is. Wow, Demon Dragon, what's wrong with you? She seems really cool, apart from the slaughtery bits.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error most grave, Master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the Druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, Master.
Are you mad? What's her penalty there? You're getting turned into a novice again. I think that's fine. 'Cause, like, yes, she endangered a child, but she didn't actually kill the child in this universe. And even though I know that apparently it's very easy for that child to die, what my character saw... I don't know. To me, it didn't seem until after... And until people said, oh no, that snake can actually bite that kid. I didn't think the snake was going to bite the kid. I didn't think Karga was intending for the snake to bite the kid, but was rather just, you know, being belligerent and threatening. And then we managed to get through to her as well. So because of that, I don't think this character in this universe should hate her as much as she perhaps deserves to be hated in other universes. Does that make sense? So I would say you'll have your hands full with her. She shows great spirit.
She shows great insolence. But time will humble her. And the Grove still needs her. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks.
Halsin.
The Grove stands. Nature prevails.
Halsin.
And again, I am in your debt.
Halsin, I have had...
Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
Cool. I have had 5 sleeps. No joke. That was how many scenes it took before my owlbear cub showed up. So I have spent 5 nights in the wilderness on my way back home. Why are you still covered in blood? Do you not do bathing in the Emerald Grove? Like, is that not a thing that we... I know you want to be close to nature as druids, but that doesn't mean... Like, there are natural creeks and rivers as well. You can at least have a brief dip in one of those when one is covered in the remains of foes. It's actually recent. He's been lecturing Karga for 5 days! It's been 5 days. Of course he's done more combat since then. It's weird that you haven't. Well, yeah, but I've been relaxing. What about my problem? I need help. Well, I mean, yeah, no, to be honest, as selfish as that line sounds on its own, we deserve to ask that of him.
Soon. Remember the dangers I told you about. There'll be plenty of time to face them.
Right.
Take tonight to rest, recuperate, celebrate. Tomorrow, I'll join your camp, so I can help with the trials yet to come.
It is weird that he's a companion, because, like...
The shadows. May Sylvanas forgive me.
Should he not
Recognize your mistake.
stay here?
This is a beginning.
He is the leader. Then again, I don't really know what form Minthara's companionness takes when you side with her, because like presumably she's still in charge of all those goblins. It makes more sense to me the way I've done it, because she's going to be an outcast with nowhere else to go. Anyway.
What's inside?
What's that scribbled note? Keep away from tough.
The bear is preoccupied with a shiny pebble.
The bear is preoccupied. Never mind that I saved everybody, the bear is preoccupied.
Things are starting to calm down, thanks to you. We can finally get some rest.
Oh, we've been slowly going through everybody, don't worry. We did the same thing out with the tieflings, we'll do the same thing here. What are you?
You think you saved us? You just prolonged the
It's the
inevitable.
antlers, I thought it was a
Sooner or
tiefling.
later, other outsiders will bring trouble to the grove.
Okay, so you suck.
Well, at least the sun is nice. You should try it. Lay down and bask in its warmth.
I wasn't sure about you at first.
Yeah, I noticed.
Thought you might be trouble. I was very wrong.
Sadly, we cannot steal from the druids because they're still here.
We're free of the goblins, but the grove is changed. Wounded. The days ahead won't be easy. I'm glad we have Halsin to guide us.
Yeah, we're about to steal him, though?
Trust in the Tree Father. He will bring us.
Do you hear them? The birds? They're beautiful.
You look way too much like Arnie Ethel.
Nothing but goblins and tieflings for so long. I stopped listening.
Why do you have the same face as the fucking swamp hag from down the road?
Why did you leave, Master?
We wasted so much time fighting each other. Sylvanas taught us a lesson by letting an outsider save us.
Is that a long-winded thank you, or what?
The bird is singing as loudly as his lungs will allow.
I hear the goblin leaders met their ends. Unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for the grove.
Your path will soon take you away from the grove, I feel. Your efforts will not be forgotten.
What happens next?
The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Yeah, you'll be in my camp, unfortunately, mate. I don't think I would replace anybody with a druid unless... well, it wouldn't be you.
Your path will soon take you away from the grove, I feel. Your efforts will soon. Take tonight to rest, recuperate,
Okay.
celebrate. Soon. Take tonight to
Just
rest.
refuses to answer any questions. Fucking, I'm having a day off.
Close my eyes.
Go to bed. Thank you for saving my life, but also piss off, I'm tired. Where did Karga go? She walked off, possibly back into the sanctum. What's that in there? Speak with Wrath. Right, of course.
Let's see what this does.
I think we talked to everybody, except for the bear and the beach, but we'll go in here before we do that. Because the bear and the beach is too far away.
I think it's high time you all left. Our sacred grove has sheltered you enough.
Where were you during the attack?
Within the inner sanctum, of course.
It is not for us to fight your battles.
You disgust me.
I assure you, the feeling is mutual.
I don't actually know why it says attack, but... just... because I've not used it before. Now that we've quick saved, I want to see if I can one-shot him.
Picked a fight.
That didn't work. Oh well.
Another fight. Let's go.
We can still set him on fire. Oh, I don't have an action. Damn. I can crit him with an offhand attack. Why not? Ooh, nearly. Fine.
Time for a cull.
Astarion, destroy him. And take his stuff. Alright. Now let's make like Coil and delete that alt timeline. No, look, he was a dick. I wanted to kill him. I'm gonna do it for real. That said, they have not cleaned up all the blood from the last murder. So that's what annoys me, because Loic here was the comparatively not as bad one, right? Neither of them were great, but Loic wasn't as horrible as Mark Horrell. But Loic had like... Loic had 8 health and Mark Horrell had 22. So it's sort of weighted towards his death and his survival.
These boots have seen everything.
But it's not guaranteed, like... You could have lost Mark Horrell instead. In fact, this guy, interestingly enough, this guy is probably like the only friendly NPC that we've lost here in any of these encounters that we've had. He's the only, like, not guaranteed collateral damage based on my choices. Like, based on my choices, everybody that we've fought has died, sure. This is the only allied character that has suffered, because like Rugen and the other dude died as well, but they died as a result of my roleplay choices, not as a result of a fight. It always interests me in games where allies can organically, permanently die, not because the story dictated it, such as Rugen getting killed because of cutscene stuff, but just because the fight went a certain way and this person died, and now that has an impact. Obviously, this guy dying does... The only impact is we can't talk to him. But, like, if Rugen had died in the fight with the Knolls, for example, the story then would have gone differently. And I kind of like that. It just it makes your story just that tiny bit different. Or makes you feel damn good that you managed to keep someone alive.
What's up for discussion?
So, how are you, Archdruid?
Sylvanas keep you.
Why are you covered in blood? Why can't I gloat at you?
Sylvanas keep you.
Right then.
Peace is returning to the Grove. We have you to thank for that.
You missed out on that quest chain because Rugen and his buddy died. You know, I don't think necessarily that locks you out of it, but I do think you have to go looking for it. Because, realistically speaking, if Rugen's dead, you can still get the chest. You just won't be told where to go. So you would have to then find the Zentarim to get more information. And nobody's going to point you there unless you speak with dead Rugen's body, which, to be fair, they do give you that amulet so that everybody has access to speak with dead, like, really early on, once you go through Wither's Crypt. But if you don't take that, then you won't necessarily do it. Yeah, I remember you saying you just never found the hideout. Did I talk to you? I think I did.
Peace is returning to...
I did. That's the guy we saved. I will talk to Wrath last, because he's the quest one. Silver.
Leave. You are not wanted here.
It gave me forbidden knowledge. I didn't think it gave me speak with dead. Because it doesn't say that. If I take this off... Yeah. Good to know that I can put a different amulet on, though. I also don't have one to put on right now. Does anybody else?
Don't touch me.
Don't tell me not to live. Amulet of Solune's chosen, right? I gave that to her as a joke.
What's the story?
There's no time to waste.
What's Saloon's dream? An ally you touch is healed, but possibly falls asleep. Fuck it, I'll put that on. See if it makes her talk to me funny.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us.
No,
Did you want something?
doesn't acknowledge it.
Have to keep going.
There's nobody else in here. Okay.
I should speak up.
Blessed day. I was worried I'd never see Master Halsin again. You kept your word. Thank you.
Thank you for not trying to kill me. Yeah, you're lucky I didn't swig that poison.
Ha! Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do when you told me about that tadpole.
Thanks are fine. A reward is better.
If you're looking for coin, you're out of luck. I'm a healer, not a moneylender. But here, to mend any hurts.
What did you give me? A pouch full of apple and mugwort. So not a healing potion or anything.
Wing's still a little stiff, but I'm getting stronger.
Good for you, healed bird. Who is occasionally exhausted.
You've done it. You brought Halsin back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
It was a hell full of blood and ash.
To be expected. I'm glad you survived intact. And I promised you a reward, didn't I?
Yeah.
Where is the rune? My apologies. It seems to have been taken. Forgive me. I can only offer my gratitude and pray Sylvanas protects you on your journey.
It's fine. I've got all the reward I need. Huh. Huh, huh. So, presumably you're allowed to plunder their vault with their consent after you save them. We plundered that vault like a month ago. I remember pickpocketing you.
Thanks to you, the grove is whole again.
Would you like your rune back?
Halsin will guide us forward and Korga's heart will heal. I have full faith in that.
Yeah, okay. Now that the quest is over, do you say anything?
Sylvanas.
Nope. Just Silveranus keeping you. Okay, off to Zevlor, I think. We can talk to that bear.
Seems simple enough.
But Zevlor has an option to go straight to the party, which I think... is more direct, though it might trigger it just by clicking long rest. Ormn.
He's back! You brought him back!
I just got EXP for that?
He's back! You brought him back!
Oh yeah, you'd plunder the vault by killing him, stealing from him, or saving the goblins. But like... stealing it early wasn't necessary. I do like that they just sort of hand wave it though, rather than like, because if they wanted to be mean, they could have him attack you.
Moo.
What happens if you attack this ox? Does it turn into something? I feel like that might be a mistake. Anyway, the normal oxes are ready to go. Oxen.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you? Excellent. Lead the way.
I don't actually know what it is. We just sort of... yeah, we fade to black.
I'm fine.
I love that it always spawns me right next to Karlak. I don't know if that's supposed to happen like because I'm with her or if it just happens, but I think it happened before we started dating. Anyway, I've lost my mind read again. I don't know why this happens. Because it doesn't happen all the time, so I don't know what the trigger is. Celebrate. So everybody's like, it's still camp. Gale's at his tent. But Will isn't. Will's over playing with a kid, I think. Withers is here. Most people are at their tents. Sad bastards. Astarion would like to speak. Let's start with our girl.
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with such lovely company. With you, and just lately, I feel like I can remember what it's like to be good.
I can imagine there weren't a lot of chances for do-goodery in Avernus.
I tried in the beginning. Blew up in my face spectacularly. Lesson learned. Never try to befriend a devil, cambion, or imp. Orphans are good for a drink and joke, but you can't turn your back on them. But hey, enough about that. That's history now. I want to think about the future. The one nice thing about being trapped in the inexorable grind of time is you've always got something to look forward to.
That's true, and I'm looking forward to spending more time with you. Or, I want to be close to you now, 10 minutes from now, 10 years from now. That one's more direct. We'll go with number 2.
Gods, that's hot. Don't get me started. I might never stop. You better go enjoy the party before I do something I'll regret. I like you unburnt, after all.
Is Damon partying? Because if
Bye,
so,
soldier.
frankly, he can stop. He could go and get to fucking work. I think we've earned it. Wait, Astarion's not lit up anymore. That's weird. I do have a quick save from right before I spoke to Zevlor if I want to go back and see what that was. Yeah, I'm already fire resistant. It's just not making it happen.
Cheers to you, soldier. And to me, if I do say so myself.
That's what I'm thinking, Gwen. I'm like, why would talking to her change that? And it's probably because he'd be coming on to me. But we could still take a look. We have the quick save. I'm just saying we have the quick save.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
Jesus Christ, mate. What the fuck? You should join it. It's not a persuasion check, it's a charisma check. Are you this unpleasant by nature or choice?
I'm the only one showing proper, sober respect. We survived. Others didn't.
Fucking hell.
I won't be nursing their pounding heads and sick stomachs in the morning.
Fucking hell.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
Fucking have a drink, mate!
Or mayhaps a resurrection instead.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
Hazel. I don't know what to say here. Yourself? Any of these would annoy her. Yeah. Did Scratch just go by the screen? Sure. Refugees?
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought.
Oh.
Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
The more I look at Shadowheart, the happier I am that I did the Volo trick on her, because it really hasn't affected her face at all. Like, it is definitely there. It's just that it's really well blending. So now she has the buff. And a slightly embarrassing story to tell. Hi, Scratch. Bye, Scratch. Are you worried Shar won't approve?
Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later. Share a bottle with me?
Sure.
We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off.
I don't want to take a scene with somebody else if I only get to have a scene with one companion. Not keen on sharing with the others?
Not tonight.
Hmm. They're not overly obvious about that.
Don't forget our little agreement. As soon as things quiet down here...
I don't have the option to say no now. But we're already doing stuff here, so... Not that there's a lot you can do with Karlach at this point in the game.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful.
It's not that bad. Think of all the goblins you killed.
True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
Take his bottle and try. Fuck it.
It's a heavy, rich red. Dry and sharp.
See what I mean? Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask?
Jesus, you can come on to anybody. And what's your idea of a little fun?
By the hells. Sex.
Oh.
Passion. Fun. It's easy for some. You and Shadowheart
No, we
seem to have
don't!
a connection. It looks very sweet. Not what I'd call passionate or interesting, but sweet.
Hang on. I will go back for that. It's easy enough to skip through lines of dialogue and get to the same point. We can just tell her another time. That's so weird though, because like we've it's like the balancing is different from companion to companion. Like, the number of shit that we've said with Karlach should already be pretty solidly established. But she did say you can do what you like with other people while I can't touch you. So maybe that's it. Maybe there's this sort of like... Yeah, it's a... No.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you? Excellent.
Have a drink.
I'm fine.
I'll take her on. No, an Albert.
It's not necessarily that... Like, the main issue is wanting to, I want to see if he says something about her. So we'll talk to her first. But we won't bother with Shadowheart straight away. And when she asks, we'll say, another time.
It's not, and with you, and just lately, all. But hey, the one nice, you buys. Cheers.
And we'll talk to this dickhead as well. We'll do the charisma check this time.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like
Have a
we've the
drink,
right
you
to be happy.
arse.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable. This party's a bit more bearable, thanks to that pint.
Oh my god, he unclenched.
I am.
Right, now let's see if he says anything about Karlach now that we have not spoken to Shadowheart.
You know, never... Still... See what I mean? All I want is a little fun. By the hells. Let's wait until things quieten down.
Wait, what?
Once the others are asleep. will find each other.
You didn't ask. That guy is me at parties, except at least... I assume you're referring to Icaron and not a star. The standing around sober and not really wanting to drink versus the... I can't... Well, I was expecting him to at least reference Karlach, but I guess the idea... I guess it's because it's Karlach. Like, realistically, it's because it's Karlach. I'm not sure. Let me get back to you. No, I'm just going to say no. We'll be clear about our boundaries.
Never listen to your second thoughts.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
They always spoil the fun. But fine, if you're determined to ruin your evening, I won't stop you.
There'll be another playthrough for you. Don't worry, buddy. I mean, you were dating him anyway, weren't you? Or were you not at that point in your game, Demon Dragon?
If you're looking for another shot, I'm afraid you've missed it.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
Good for you.
Go on. The others will kill me if I keep you all to myself.
I don't even know who you are.
Go on.
We will talk to Scratch eventually, but... Okay, we can do it without committing to... Well, now here's the thing, because if we can't spend the night with Karlach...
That's more like it. How many goblins did we kill? 10? Let's make it 20.
She said it was okay!
That's my girl.
Talk to her last.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Why does he sound like Ramsay Bolton?
To beds and hearths, to dirty pubs and dwarven ale. To bed.
Withers isn't going to have much to say. Will's down here. Is he going to fucking ask to bang too? I'm just going to quick save before I talk to any companions, because apparently it's a fucking minefield.
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone.
What do you think you're doing sulking out here? Get your ass back to the party. Of course I noticed. No, it's absolutely a party without you. I haven't used you once. You alright?
No. I'm deeply proud of you. A touch less so of myself. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays.
It's a good point, actually.
You don't want a devil at your party.
Because, like, they know him,
Horns
but...
this sharp will pop the balloons, you see.
He didn't have that
and the
before.
Guests won't take kindly to scars quite so monstrous.
Come on, you're exaggerating. Not that much has changed.
I feel spikes beginning to sprout in places they really shouldn't. But, off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music.
It was on this beach and this night that Arabella's mother poisoned and stabbed God. I want to dance with you. Yeah, no, see, at least that one's fucking obvious. Both of them. Christ alive. I wish you were there, but I'll respect your need for peace.
Some time alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that. Have a laugh. Make some noise. I'll be my charming self before you know it.
Now here's the interesting thing, because he only gets the horns if you resolve the situation with Karlach, but, like, you don't have to do that, do you? I can't imagine anybody who would sacrifice her just for the sake of him staying hornless, but I imagine that would change his whole party atmosphere. Speaking of landmines...
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of a celestial canvas.
You would know, you have so many of those.
It's a view I would once have shared with my companion. Though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry.
Sorry, did you just refer to the goddess of magic as your companion?
Curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
You... Are you talking about your cat? I don't actually know if he's talking about Mistra or the cat. If he's talking about Mistra, then you are her companion, you arrogant wank guzzler. But, if he's talking about the cat, that actually is funny. I'm gonna hope that you're talking about the cat.
By a Geraorn's lost nose! No! Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum. And given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings.
So you were talking about...
And I've given her little to be proud of recently.
Yeah, but were you talking about...
After I was afflicted with my condition. And locked myself in my tower for an entire year.
Right then, Rapunzel.
I was inconsolable. Wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. Given up on myself. But Tara never did. It was her encouragement. Her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve.
Gale Punzel, would you please let down your ego? For it is the only thing you have that's long enough to reach me. Anyway, what is Tara like? Hope she's, not the type to get promoted to main character in the same episode she gets killed off.
You remind me of her somewhat.
Oh?
There's a steeliness in you. An unwavering tenacity, even in the face of, to be frank, quite dire odds. Wish she were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home. Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope.
I mean, making friends with the normals, huh? Jeez, there's fucking landmines in here! You don't have any friends?
Sadly not. If I'm being entirely honest, my social circle is rather small. More of a dot. Or a pinhead. I've got acquaintances, certainly. Plenty of colleagues. Friends? Those are precious indeed. I hope, though we've only known each other for a short time, I might be able to count you among that number.
So, okay, this one's obvious. This one's probably not good. This one's probably the right level. Friends with the mighty Gale of Waterdeep, I'd be honored. But then number 4 is just being a dick. I wouldn't say we're friends. This is just necessary interactions. Ah, threading the needle, my god. I don't want to call him mighty. I think he's a dick, but, you know, he's a well-meaning dick. Some dicks mean well. They just don't quite watch where they're going. I'd be honoured.
Wine is to wit as meat is to... Oh, can't bloody remember it. There I go then, proving your point. Perhaps we'd better leave it at that. My ineloquent tongue isn't worthy of your ear at present. Go. Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see you enjoying yourself. Don't let me drag you away. Enjoy yourself. You've earned the night of revelry.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip. Do devils even grow turnips? Can't all be souls and flesh of the damned.
I think it'd be soul turnips.
I need to dance. No. No, I need to lie down. Lie down. Then dance. Lie down.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you, and behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine. An adoring crowd, fine wine. I dare say this place is almost civilized.
I thought you'd be halfway to Baldur's Gate by now.
As did I. But Lear and Cal were so excited for tonight, I thought it cruel to leave. Once my training with Leroican is complete, I'll put on a real show for them. I expect Lear and Cal to demand yet another showcase of prestidigitation, so I'd like a moment to myself.
Yeah, it drains a lot of energy, those cantrips. Fucking, you don't have a lot of spell slots for them.
I expect Lear...
Would you pet my dog already? He's staring at you.
Look at them. How happy they are. We did that.
I think the booze is doing more than we did.
Then I'd best track down a bottle before the rest polish it off. Look us up when you hit Baldur's Gate. Be nice to see a friendly face. Cheers to a night we won't remember. Cheers.
Are Roland and Leah actually getting along? I know you cut down a horde of goblins, but this is far more impressive. Elturel was the last time the three of us talked like this. Let's hope it lasts until Baldur's Gate.
I think that what she just said there is... Oh, he's actually feeling scratched! Very good.
What are you going to do in the city?
There's always work for a guard. You?
I've always wanted to sing at the Elf Song Tavern.
If the owner has any sense, they'll hire you on the spot.
But, what else I was going to say was... Here's to a night we won't remember. That encapsulates why I don't drink too much. I like certain drinks for what they taste like, but the concept of getting inebriated seems like an awkward add-on that I wish wasn't there. Because why do you want to lose your memory of the good time you had. It doesn't make sense. Drunk doesn't make sense as a good thing. Why do people like it? Anyway.
No, let them have fun. I'll be ruining it come.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas?
Let it only be as truthful as true poetry would permit. Sing about our people. Yeah. We'll do the tiefling line there.
After Elturel, I think you're right. Faerun deserves to see us as we really are.
You know, if you can't remember, it was definitely very good. Yes, but then it's also gone. Like it never happened. Like if someone told me you could have the absolute time of your life, but you can take nothing good away from it, I'd say, don't bother then. I'll have a slightly worse time that I can cherish.
Is this everyone? Our numbers have grown so.
Are all the kids up here or just Mole? Scratch. We'll have a
I
talk
like
on the
these
bridge.
people. They're joyful. It's contagious. I wouldn't mind if you let them stay. Just a thought.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know.
That sounded dangerously close to a compliment.
And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
Yeah, see, if I was having a terrible night, then drinking to forget makes sense.
Go on, enjoy yourself. But if any of them sleep past noon, they're getting left behind.
I guess Mole's in charge.
I can't afford to lose any more of them.
Go on.
Oh, I've already spoken to you. You just, you're a traveller. I think we've spoken to everybody except Halsin, Zevlor, and Lae'zel. Presumably Lae'zel won't come onto us because we've already done that. We also skipped Shadowheart, I suppose. We'll go back to her before we talk to these two.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades.
What the fuck?
They could not match your nerve today.
Oh.
It was enough to drive me to madness.
Give me my nerve 5 days ago.
I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture.
Oh God, are you gonna try it again?
How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste.
Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself.
I should be out there.
Celebrate now. Come dawn, we depart.
Right, but because we turned her down before, we yeah, they do remember you. Like you, if someone says they want you and you say no, that's that. There is a reason. She is the target for the sex speed. Yes. You told her no, and she said she'd. I mean, they might.
That's more like it. How many goblins did we kill?
If you're looking for...
We're not getting any references to that, though. So here's the question: Do we accept Shadowheart's offer for a drink? I don't actually know what moves the party on. I guess going to bed. So I'll talk to these two first. I think I won't. I think I'll just stick to Karlak. Because I don't know if a scene will happen. Like, we can't do anything, but... Like, if going to bed is just going to bed and waking up and nothing happens with Karlak, then... I may as well have had a scene with someone else. But if there is a scene with her, then I'd like to have it. So we'll at least see if that happens first. But let's talk to these two. Actually, does this guy try to fuck us now?
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me.
No, okay.
We'll have plenty of time together on the way to Moonrise.
Never mind. Take your own advice, why don't you go and mingle a little?
Later, perhaps. Don't worry about me. A night under the stars amidst nature's creation is just what I need after being locked up in the goblin's dungeon. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here. Enjoy yourself tonight. Come morning, we've got a hard road ahead of us.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
Halcyon was yours, Shalex, really? Interesting. Because, like, going into it blind, you probably wouldn't have him in your head at that point, because you'd just met him. But, he also had the, mimetic boost about him, I think, because of the bear scene going viral, I believe. Anyway, we'll say no to Shadowheart, but let me just double check to see if an actual scene occurs with Karlak.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. Yet we came through for them. We stayed. Share a bottle with me?
Another time.
As you like. Try not to tire yourself out too much.
You didn't know much, you just... you laid eyes on him and thought, big man. Want. Or maybe it wasn't quite like that, but, you know.
I already got my answer. Let's not make this awkward.
No. How could it possibly be awkward when your relationship with me is 64? She still likes me more than my girlfriend does. In fact, she's a level above. She's a tier above now. She's very good, happy with, and easily convinced by. Astarion has no strong feelings. Well, okay. Well, that's the thing. Can you, like... Because, like, we said we'd meet Shadowheart, and then Astarion changes his tune when he invites us. So, like, once you commit to somebody, the others all react therefore. Although, that's why I'm wondering about this one. But... They really should just let you filter through the camp if you wanted to. Or hell, half of the tieflings would probably be interested after what went down. But, alas. Alright, so if this happens, does a Karlach scene occur? If not, I might share a bottle with Shadowheart and then see what happens beyond there, but...
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. You've picked up a few pleasant memories on your journey amongst your struggles.
Spend the night thinking of Karlach. Okay, that's something.
With a profane flush of arousal, you realize she may well be doing the same.
Well, there she is. Good lord, that was delivered quite some way there, Amelia.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done. Moonrise Towers beckons. I've told you all I know, and now I'll join your camp to help you face whatever's to come. With luck and the Oak Father's blessings, we might actually survive. Are you ready?
We should probably just take that. It wasn't a scene, but... And I mean, I wasn't looking for a sex scene, just like, you know... I guess it's to reflect the fact that... y'all can't do anything. What exactly lies ahead?
There is a terrible curse surrounding Moonrise Towers. A shadow curse that drains away all light and life.
That's bad.
Few can resist it without dying or transforming into shadow beings. You can try to journey overland if you wish, but I strongly advise you go under. There is a tunnel leading from the Temple of Selûne right down into the Underdark and beyond. The entrance is hidden somewhere in the ruins. I believe if you find this entrance, you'll discover a route that leads to Moonrise Towers, bypassing the worst of the Shadow Curse. Aradin and his lot were looking for the same entrance. They sought an artifact called the Night Song that was supposed to be housed somewhere down there.
I found the hidden entrance.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
So someone who doesn't live there. What about Wrath?
Wrath has promise, but he has a ways to go yet. He wasn't able to stop Korga by himself.
True.
The Grove needs experience and a strong hand. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Yeah, that bush certainly is a major feature of this conversation. Very shrewd of you.
Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started.
Meet Damon on the road ahead. Curious. And Halsin is there now. I'll talk to him again, see if he can join us. But I don't know that I'd actually bring him. Yeah, no, we didn't. That was just handed to us. Anyway, rituals. Quick save. I'll take my break now. Get some food into me, and we'll talk to Halsin when I come back. A new day dawns. So out of curiosity, I looked it up. You can get a scene with Karlach. The thing is that we've had it already. Because it's the one at night in camp where the romance sort of develops. And the way that apparently works is that its approval trigger is higher outside of this party, but on the night of the party you can make it happen when she likes you less. Which makes sense for her, because she doesn't wait around. So yeah, there was nothing to progress here without us, you know, agonizing each other, but that's why the others were all on offer, because I hadn't started things with them, whereas it seems like that's going to be the case at this, you know, if you're pursuing someone proactively, other than Halsin, they're probably going to have triggered by now, and then... But at the Tiefling camp, everybody else will be open, which is awkward. Anyway. This isn't the usual music either, is it? Let's just see how people are.
Yes.
This morning, anybody have anything to say?
Speak.
God, this is just the anthem of the playthrough, is me going around everybody and saying nothing to them.
What are you thinking about?
Last night.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Did you have a good
Hope
time,
you're keeping well,
Scratch?
friend.
Of course you bloody did. You ready for the Underdark? I wonder what the camp will look like in the Underdark. That is interesting.
What's on your mind?
Well? Still over here? The fuck are you doing out here still?
Well met.
Did you spend all night on the beach? Idiot.
Oakfather's blessings to you.
Ah, here we go. How do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things.
That's right, we need to get the one
A
from
drow
his...
attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
What about this secret stronghold in the Underdark?
Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found.
Seems like you feel responsible for this shadow curse.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the shadow curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Surely it can't be that bad. It's just a shadow curse.
It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now.
Okay, that sounds pretty bad.
Those who remained are shadow cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them.
That does sound
We
rather
have
bad.
to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better.
How do we stop the shadow curse?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Okay. How are you faring out here? Can we not ask him to join us?
Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand.
You'll find plenty of books before long. I keep coming across them everywhere.
Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful.
I have a portable fucking library, mate. There, rescue the druid health center is complete. But my only option is to ask him if I came on too strong, which I didn't,
You
because...
wish to speak?
I didn't come on at all, but I'm curious. I want to click on this with a quick save just because I want to know what he says.
There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same.
Let's forget it ever happened, because it literally didn't.
Of course. Whatever you wish.
Wonder if that will hurt me later. If I've confused a couple of flags. Scratch, you alright? You... Scratch? You know how dogs drag themselves across the floor, like to scratch their bellies? They drop down and just across the floor. He's doing that, but without the drop down. What the hell is happening, Scratch? It's the cool dog slide. Thank you for the follow. Got pet too much, broke something. Oh no, we broke the dog. Let's leave. He does that sometimes. He just breaks, it's fine. Yeah, we all are at the top of the stairs. So the tiefling's still here. No, druids now.
Peace in the grove once again. It's been too long. Peace in the...
Is that follow noise the idiot savant bird from Fallout? Yes. Well done. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that. I had that for 5 years. Oh, here's the bitch.
Sylvanas keep you.
Mm-hmm. Who's that chirping over there? Not a clickable bird. I mean, plenty of people know it because they were there when I put it down or I mentioned it occasionally, but I don't think I've ever been followed by someone who immediately clocked it, no. Like, it's not that we've never talked about it, but I don't think anybody has ever followed it immediately said, wait, is that what I think it is?
It'll take a while for us all to recover, but you've helped us to...
Tried modding it. So the Strange Ox does not go with the Tieflings. The Strange Ox is still here.
Moo.
Are you property of the Druids? Anyway, the reason why we're doing this trip is because I forgot to pick something up in the Druid's sanctum. Can you guess what it is? I keep thinking that's one of the Tiefling kids too.
This will happen again. We won't have you to rescue us when it...
Just because of the antlers headpiece. So many characters have trade menus that yes, this is the first one. God, I really should clean up. Silver. Feast. Maybe not on him, but feast on the Shadow Druids at least.
By your efforts, Sylvanus' grace can be restored to the grove.
A victory of the Celestials.
Past Nettie.
A parasite. Take it. It might be useful.
Alright, Dream Lady, fucking hell! Yes, that's what we're here for. Where is it? Here. Alright, we said we'd let Astarion have one. We'll let Astarion have one. What do we give him?
What now?
What now? I'm giving you your bloody wish, mate. I don't think we want to give him transfuse health. Concentrated blast doesn't work for him. He doesn't have spells to concentrate on. I don't know that force tunnel is particularly him. Psionic overload might be, because like it hurts you a little, but that sounds like something Astarion to be into. Or we could just give him the easy passive. Yeah, we've already got that on me, as well as concentrated blast. There's no downside to this. The only thing about this one is that it leads to ability drain. But really, we're giving him one just because he asked for it in dialogue. I'd probably be giving them to myself for the most part. So if we're going to push towards ability drain, I may as well do it on me. Although, how many attack rolls do I make? Not many.
Watch your back.
We'll just give him the easy buff. That way, if I never give him anything else, it's still worth it. Time for the fun noise! Ah! You like a backlash? Where's that? Down here. Psionic Backlash. When an enemy close to you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to, yeah, smack him for damage per the spell's level, which is something that doesn't mean much when they're casting a level 1 spell. But level 3, level 4, it starts to add up.
Let's move.
Now does he have something to say about the fact that I've given him the thing? Because that's what I was hoping for. Because like he had, after I did mine, he was begging me to share.
Need something?
Oh, thank you, bitch! Well, maybe he'll talk about it later. Could be that it needs a rest or a transition or something to trigger it, or maybe this game,
I have to tidy this place.
for once, doesn't have special dialogue for something. Yeah, like for me, meanwhile, I use my reaction to do Hellish Rebuke, but I only get really to do that once per fight. Alright, I think we're done. Act 1, Overworld. I think we've fully explored it. What remains is the Mountain Pass exit, here and here, and the Underdark. This hidden goblin stash won't disappear from my map, even though we have looted the chest, so we explored that. I don't know how to make it go away. We looted it before we read the thing telling us to go there, so I think that's why it bugged. That's true, I use cutting words. We have not, that's the next step. We did the goblin camp last out of everything on here, basically. I wound up doing the tea house and Ethel and the whole north with Joaquin's Rest and the Karlak area over here and the cave. We did all that before we went to the goblins. Which meant the goblins were really easy, but it's just how it sort of went for me, because the goblins seemed like it might be, you know, it might advance the act or something. So I was like, I'm the do all the side quests and eke as much as you can out of a game before you do the main thing, and that felt like the main thing to me. But we can go right back there. I guess my question is the goblin camp still full of those goblins we didn't kill? Or, following the advancement of time, now that they know their leaders are dead, if they cleared out, we can find out, because the Underdark entrances that I can go through, I don't remember finding an entrance to the Underdark in Ethel's basement, but there is one, because I can see it leading me there. Travel through the Underdark. But I know that there's the hole in the spider cave, and then there's the Night Song entrance, and then there's the Zentarum entrance. So we have a lot of options, and I think we'll take the Goblin Camp entrance. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, if the Underdark is as big as this... might be here for a while. What else? In terms of... find a Susser tree in the Underdark, enter the Secret Passage. That is for Moonrise Towers. That is for Baldur's Gate. The Githyanki Craish is past the Mountain Pass. Yep. Pretty much Underdark. The only reasons we have to do for this is to, it's one of the options to get to Moonrise, but I'm not going to cross over into Moonrise. What I'm going to do is finish the Underdark, and then I'll probably come back out to the mountains to look for the Craish stuff. Because I wouldn't want to skip the Underdark. But I also wouldn't want to skip this. Skip nothing. So my question is, if I fast travel here, will I be thrown into hostile goblins that I didn't kill, or will they all have left? So I'm going to quick save before I do it, because, as I said, it is my intent to leave those goblins alive. Good God, they are here. Are they not hostile anymore? Because there's dead ones. Quick save again and walk up to them. That's weird. Because they're not red on the map. Oh, they are. Okay. We can probably scoot around and back in, because inside the sanctum, everyone's dead. Except for Sazza. And Minthara. But we won't necessarily approach them, right? Actually, it's a good question. What happens if I go to Sazza? Minthara's far away. Might actually be safer to take a different entrance, but I kind of want to use this one. Anyway, everybody hide.
Best be on my way.
Come around to this ladder. I love it. We snuck out of the goblin camp, and now we're sneaking back in. Okay, we killed everybody on this side to get through. Oh, we could have just gone up this ladder. Still works. Does this hurt? No. If I have the strength for the jump, they do, because my strength is equal to the lowest of them.
Now what?
It just didn't trigger because the game... Hey, no, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it! Stop it! Good God! Stop it! What are you doing? Oh. Okay, but why wasn't I allowed to cancel that? It lets me control him again. Oh, that's funny. My jump's better than this because I have jumping boots on. Yeah. I find it very weird that it, like, decided he was doing that and then prevented me from doing anything else. Where's...
Waiting with bated breath.
I thought you guys get down there. Stop.
Breathe deep.
Stop hanging out near the hostile ogres, please.
Let's see.
Look out, Grush is... Oh god, look out, Grush is awake! Saz is just there. Hang on, what happens? Even if we delete this and don't come back in and take another way into the Underdark, I just want to find out.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
What happens if we go talk to Sazza? Hey.
This individual doesn't seem particularly fond of you. Perhaps a gift would improve their sentiment. Now's your chance to offer something worthwhile.
We did knock her out. Have a bloodstone. And a frumpy hat. No, I want to keep the frumpy hat. Have a spun. No, have a bar of soap. A bloodstone and a bar of soap. Peace offering. That didn't do much. Okay. Well, we'll give you a valuable item that I'm not using. We don't have any monks. We're not going to do any unarmed attacks. It's only worth 64 gold. Have magic gloves. Well, nearly there. No, not really. Minus 37. I don't use anything, so that's why I'm happy just giving her shit. I should use things. I don't need fire resistance, but other people might. How about a bribe? Have 200 bribe gold. She doesn't love me, but she doesn't hate me.
Those teeth. Those horrible teeth. I won't bother you anymore, I swear.
Well, that would defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? 47 potions of healing. The real answer is I just haven't been using any potions of healing because Karlach is, killing everything before it can do any damage. What was the last thing I made with alchemy? The last thing I made was jumping potions. Attack her to get my... Ah, no, we want to leave Sazza alive. That was the whole point. We're being nice to Sazza because we broke her out of jail and shit. Now, what I'm worried about is the fact that this lookout Grush is wandering around down there, and I reckon I need to avoid them.
Just out of view.
Stop that, she says. Well, I'm not hiding from you. I'm hiding from the normal goblin. See, Sazza's not hostile like the rest of the And I noticed that because Sazza became temporarily hostile. Which is why we knocked her out. But every other goblin was, like, solid hostile. Now, I don't know whether the lookout that... the lookout was knocked out by the pain guy from before. Well, I am curious enough about Minthara to want to see what happens if I go near her, but I'm definitely not going to let that stay. Oh, we're already too far up. We need to go in there, don't we? Yeah. Should we go back up the ladder? Let me just go this way. I don't see the guy. Don't really know what he's doing. Okay, now, this is the quick save I'm going to load to go back in there and then to enter the Underdark, but...
Let's see.
Just to see, because this guy isn't red like the others. What happens if I try to talk to him? Doesn't look like I can. He doesn't seem to have any programming attached to him, actually. No. No conversation. No attack. That's alright then. But out of just fascination and curiosity, how is Our Lady Minthara? We can talk to her. That's fucking weird. What happens if we try? Nothing. Oh my god. Hello. Thanks for the armor. Don't be too sad about it. At least you've still got your cake. Now, we're just gonna reload and let her live over there. So we think that is actually correct Minthara preservation functionality. That's how it's supposed to be in a world in which she shows up in Act 2. This is my first playthrough, so I don't fully know how it all works, but we had the intention of not killing her.
Seems simple enough.
That seems alright. I don't think we have a problem. I don't think we need to worry. I don't think coming in here has broken anything.
Have to keep going. Don't waste a step.
Hey there, dead ogre. Where's the dead priestess? I forget where we dropped her. But I thought it was, like, here. That's strange. Oh, there you are. Right, we threw her at the ogre. Oh yes, we did. I like that the piles of gold actually disappears after you loot it. Like as in, obviously it does, but like, you know, when you open and empty out a chest, the chest still looks the same visually on the map, but they actually had a looted versus not looted version of his interactable pile. Fuck off! Or alternatively. Oh, it's already over. I was going to start playing Snake Eater. Selûnite Outpost. Yay! Karlach had dialogue for what? The looting? I don't remember that, but... Yeah, the Zentarum entrance is a lift, so you just stand there going down. This entrance is a ladder of doom. And then there's the hole. I think this is better than the hole, but I guess with Featherfall, the hole's actually less work.
Hey, you.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Why the fuck was that? Why was she dancing? I've seen her dance like that in camp. Why was she dancing in the Underdark? Anyway, Selûnite Outpost. Interesting. Oil barrels.
Trust no one. Hardly a challenge.
Oh, you want a challenge, do you? That's difficulty class 20! What more do you want?
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. Never wanted the easy path.
Easy.
Chest is easier to unlock.
What to do?
Helmet of Smiting. When you apply a condition with one of your smite spells. Well, we ain't no paladins, unfortunately.
If not over, then through.
I'm sure plenty of the people here can. Most of them have played at least once. I rolled a run, I rolled a 1. Fuck. Right, yeah, this is a door. Early access adopter, were you, Swoody?
Well, hello.
I specifically avoided it. I don't like early access because...
Still breathing, despite everything.
I find it hard to keep playing something when it fully releases. No, just don't release. There we
That
are.
might be worth a look.
Thank you, Shadowheart, with your piercing eye.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Did you notice anything unusual about one of Shadowheart's eyes?
All right.
I may have sent her forward as tribute to test out somebody's theory. Well, okay, so what happened was we did the Volo procedure myself with the quick save done, and then I decided I didn't want it, and the reason why I didn't want it is because my tiefling eyes, I have a red eye and a purple eye, and they're both, like, meant to be creepy and striking, and the Volo eye sucked in comparison. It ruined my face. But I still wanted to see invisibility on someone in my main team.
I wonder what the next move is.
And Karlach's eyes were too pretty. And Astarion, I wouldn't think he'd do it.
A long way to go.
So I had Shadowheart do it, and I think it blends in real nice. Like you barely see it.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Got a waypoint down there.
With pleasure. Be careful. There are traps about.
Oh, let's maybe disarm that first then, yeah? Did I play D&D itself? I have on and off. I had a campaign I was a part of in 2022. As a Way of Mercy monk. Apparently Way of Mercy is not in this game yet. Which is a shame, because it would be funny bringing that character. Although I couldn't do it properly. The character that I played was a Way of Mercy monk, but he was cursed, in a way. His healing hands worked. Mechanically, they worked just fine. They would heal a person up. They would do exactly what they were supposed to. However, it was incredibly painful. And it was just a feature of his order that they healed basically just through causing people like nondescript short-term agony. Like while he touches you, it's like his hand is fire, and then when he takes his hand away, you're healed and you feel good. There's no lasting pain. It doesn't sting afterwards. It's just that the act of receiving the healing is horrific. And so his order were horribly shunned as a result, and mistrusted because of, you know, townsfolk hearing about the people who touch you and then it's fire. Never mind that they could cure your cancer or anything. They weren't trusted very much, but because they felt like they had this duty to heal, a lot of the people in that order turned into not very nice people, because they would basically greater good justify it and just kind of, they'd find an injured person, and if that injured person said, no thanks, I don't want you to heal me, well, they wouldn't listen. Well, my character wasn't like that. He didn't like it very much, and that was meant to be his sort of arc journey, was in maybe figuring out a way to get rid of the unpleasant side effect.
No one stopped me yet.
Luminous armor. Obviously not for me, because it's medium, at least right now. We'll see if I end up multi-classing into something with better armor proficiencies, but certainly not yet. When the wearer deals radiant damage, Shadowheart could use that, but I don't know if it's better than what she's wearing. What's she wearing?
No time to dally.
It is better, 15 over 14. And she has Sacred Flame, Guiding Bolt. She deals thunder damage more often though, because we got her swapped over to Tempest. The initiative roll bonus is nice. The dex bonus is nice, but realistically speaking, the armor class is higher, so we'll take this. She looks cooler in it too. The only thing is, it is cleric armor taken from a temple of Selûne, so she's probably going to need to shower every day if she has this on.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
She can wear heavy armor, just that we don't have any that have sung out to me for her.
With haste.
Alright. That's it for the secret side chamber there. Weirdly, 2 doors here. Something popped up that was orange, but now I can't see it anymore. Is it over here? Yes, In Search of the Night Song.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Except Karlach. Fascinating that such a seemingly valuable object has proven so difficult to track down. Indeed. Treasure hunters the realm over here travelled to the Sword Coast with one goal in mind. To find the Night Song. Yet each by each they have failed, indicating dead ends, rebuffs, or else disappearing altogether. My latest enquiry was with a half-orc named Grayley, who insisted he'd come as close as possible to the relic as one may go, without forfeiting his or her life. He indicated that the object is not, as most reports indicate, in the Selûnite fort adjacent to the river Chianthar. Of course not, because we're here already, and if it was here, that means it would be way simpler. It is in fact held in an old Sharan fortress, somewhere in the environs of Moonrise Towers, buggerballs. However, Grayley reported that some kind of potent shadow prevents one from approaching where this fortress might be. Find the Sharan Temple. Having Shadowheart with us for this is probably cool. We were hearing lots about her Mother Superior recently. She was telling us all about this woman who definitely isn't Viconia de Vere. I don't have confirmation, I just... It fucking has to be. This is interesting. We can break that, but I don't know what breaking that will do. Ostensibly, it will open this gate. But what if it does something bad as well? We do. We have the forbidden knowledge. My bard is happy to take illithid powers and happy to take forbidden knowledge. College of Law bard, if you were wondering. Faded logbook.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Me too. Though based on the fact that they put that line in the game, I bet you can't get any. Most is empty. The last entry reads, I was wrong. Should have paid more attention to the drow sightings. Should have known they were only a prelude. Stupid to think we had outsmarted them. This will be my last entry. Mintha will keep the records from now on. Yeah, Guanbush would like me to multi-class into a warlock and add some eldritch blasts to my bardery. Someone else suggested I multi-class into cleric so that I could get heavier armor and also replace Shadowheart if I ever needed her spot in the party for someone else. Because I've said before, if I had to replace one of these, and I might if there's more companions later that I want to hang out with, she'd go first, Astarion would go second, and Karlak would never go. But we'll see. There's no guarantee I'll ever do that, but I am keeping the option open. Yeah, it's a bit silly because, like, encumbrance is boring. And that's why bags of holding exist, so I don't know why they decided not to go with it. Log 124. Signs of life near the outpost. Intelligent. Clearly trying to hide. Still can't find the mysterious shapes. They know how to cover their tracks, possibly drow. Next few entries are too faded to read, so we skip to 129. Led them south. Rumors of a spectator there. Let the Underdark solve its own problems. No sightings, no sightings. Minthus saw statues down south, shaped like drow. Spectators shouldn't do that. Either way, that's one less problem to worry about. Well, if we have petrification, do we have restoration for that? I think you need greater to unfreeze somebody. We can unfreeze one person. With our, what is it? Where is it? We have some. Basilisk oil. Can you make basilisk oil? Probably, but that doesn't mean I have... Yeah, it's not on my list. Well, we can unfreeze one person if we find some frozen people. Just modded out the encumbrance. Yeah, that would be what I would probably do, and what I probably will do in future playthroughs. Basically, because I'm streaming this, I'm not touching it. And I'm also not messing around, like, I'm not going to be able to play it again. What the hell?
Careful. Not everyone looks this good dead.
Well, that sorted itself out, I guess. Again, we could break the Moonstone. But I'm glad I didn't do that before Mr. Horny showed up. It makes me wonder if another is coming. I guess the idea here is if you enter from a different area of the Underdark, you have to approach this and then you have to fight, or, you know, deal with these. We probably can just deal with it by breaking that. That's kind of clever. Oomph, oomph, oomph. You once broke the Moonstone too fast, and then were very confused when the front gate stopped being there. Oh, because the Minotaur smashed it in. I thought you were saying that everything explodes when you break the Moonstone, to which I was going to say, spoilers, damn it! But you mean the Minotaur, that makes sense. There's a bunch of stuff down here, too. Oh man, there's a lot of vertical... Holy shit! Yeah, like, this is definitely not the same as the other underground caves we found. Like, this is a proper zone. It's... Like, the Zentarum lift is all the way up there. Sharon Temple is there. I don't know what that line is meant to... That's just some map glitching. Yeah, this is the Underdark. Tea house entrance is here. Interesting. But we can choose to go left, right, up. We can actually let the Moonstone stay and could the camera please fucking relax? We don't need to be up in the ceiling, do we? Hang on.
What a day.
There you go.
Something good here. I hope.
Scroll of Ray of Sickness. Oh, Yes, we can come out that side alternatively. I think we want to break this because we don't want to have to... If we go out the other way, then we might end up getting attacked by the statues. So we've looted everything we could loot in here, so really we don't need to protect it from anybody. We owe nothing to Selûne. Of course she fucking...
Time to press ahead.
Oh, that's interesting. Everything's lit up now. All of the candles start burning when the Moonstone is destroyed. Like it was sapping the light.
Careful, I bite. A crooked touch.
Well, it's interesting because it's her acolyte background, but it's presumably because of who she is as a Sharan acolyte, not just any acolyte. Like if you're a Selûnite cleric, for example, I assume you don't get inspired by that.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Anyway, we'll open this just because I want to loot the Minotaur. But he has nothing. Barricades, presumably the Selûnites versus the Drow. Let's go this way, see if we can meet up with the Zentarum entrance. We'll go down there later. Find the Sharan Temple, yeah, but I thought we already had that. Staff of the Moon Maiden. Crap. Fuck the Moon Maiden. Her staff sucks. Journal of High Initiate Jarrus. We read about him upstairs. He does not appear to have fared well. It always felt vainglorious to think my deeds worthy of a personal journal. But as I watch the drow mass outside our gate, I realize my arrogance is already of a far costlier sort. I see no harm in tipping the scales a little further. Not for me, but for those who followed me down into the dark. They deserve to be remembered. Initiate Norn Remis, lost in the deep tunnels as we fell back from the drow. Initiate Thulk of the Northern Wastes, grazed by an arrow and succumbed to poison. Initiate Bree Breca, who stood against a Drider with only her mason's hammer. And initiates they are, the entire company, for they have seen and suffered too much to be called novices. We've collapsed the tunnel behind and have made ready to open the gate. Perhaps we can carve a path through. And if not, I enclose a list of names. Let the annals show that whatever their end, the cause was the same. One High Initiate Jarrus wished to stamp his name in the history of his church. He sought to forge a path through the darkness, not realizing there are some places the light was never meant to touch. He was a fool. He's probably a bit too old for a chat. Yeah. Corpse 2 damaged. That's interesting. I would have thought the more pressing concern would be that you can't speak with dead a Minotaur.
Maybe I need more pockets. Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Now here was the thing that we someone mentioned this and I wanted to see if it worked. Disguise self. No. Oh my god, it works. Fuck me dead. You can just gnome yourself through the hole. For free at any time. Oh, hey, they got this all screwed up. Not a chance. I'll fit in there. Lionel Hutt's Gnome Edition. I can't sleep without the moon and stars. As a child I prayed to them before I ever knew Seluna's name. Is that blasphemy? When I walk the battlements, the only light I see is the glow of their eyes. Out there, waiting. I know the High Initiate is making a plan. He'll get us out of this. We're making a stand. Moon Maiden fair, lend us your light to guide us home in the dark of night, to keep us on the path of right, ever burning, ever... The last line of the prayer succumbs to blurring as if stained by something wet. Yeah, could you maybe not write poetry on the front lines? And then wonder why somebody stabbed you in the throat.
This stuff is gods. What's happening?
Where's everybody else? I thought we were gonna get like a burrower come up and attack. What is that? Well, it's mine now, whatever it is. Alchemy, I think.
Looks empty. Huh?
What the hell was that thing?
Wait, why is that the reason you needed withers? What's happened to me in Shadowheart?
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
Now it's all of us. Now it's Minotaurs. Two of them, but I don't see the other one. Interesting. I don't know what rapport spores are, but I don't know that I like it. Yeah, we should rage. There's nothing stopping us from resting when we need to, so if you can rage at every encounter. And then pike!
That's it.
For how much damage was that exactly? 16, 10, and 4. 30. Yes, that's 30. I maybe should have just looked at 54 out of 84 and divined from there. But anyway. God, it's just utterly ridiculous, isn't it?
I've got it.
You stand there and guard us. I'm gonna have you ranged with your sneak attack rather than go near the big monster. Right then, bye! Well, the problem is the other one's a million years away. I don't think we want to...
Got to keep fighting.
No, I don't think we want to charge him down. I think we want to wait.
I'm ready.
Sorry. You're gonna need to give me a bigger fight than this, apparently. I'm too good.
Let's go.
3 Karlach throws, 100 to 0 him, do you reckon?
Hup.
Oh, crit! Yeah, he's fucked. Bye!
Your mind is a canyon, and the words echo from every crevasse.
They're coming. They're coming.
Oh, this is a Karlak line. Ignore your tightening chest. Surely the devils hadn't found you down here.
They're coming. You're coming.
Excuse me?
No time to rest.
I certainly wish I was, but we need to fix her up first. She can't touch anybody yet. We know this.
Best be on my way. I'll take that. No traps, please.
No, we've lost the spores. It must be related to where we are. It's this purple dust. And whatever the fuck was talking to us accesses us through that purple dust. There'd be some sort of full-on Minotaur party going on over there, but... Yes, it's once we get here that we become infected by rapport spores.
Oh, hi.
God, you're such a dork.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
You're in a place literally filled with shiny, pretty mushrooms. Actually, that's a good point. Astarians shouldn't have this. Amulet of the Unworthy. Resistance to slashing, but vulnerability to bludgeoning. I don't think I'd wear that. Like, yeah, sure, getting half damage on slashing attacks is nice, but all it takes is one fucker with a club. And these are minotaurs. That's the sort of thing that's a good item if you, like, micromanage it, but I don't want to do that. Plans to give Karlak fighter levels, but 3 what for sneak attack? Okay, but have you considered that maybe she just doesn't need to get better? I don't know that she needs to get better. I wanted to give her fighter because I think fighter barbarian is cool. Extra bonus action, yeah.
Let's have a look.
I think we could fucking multi-class Karlak with Sorcerer and it would she'd still be the strongest member of the party even though you can't cast spells when you're raging.
Broken bones. Must
Hell,
have fallen.
we could multi-class her with nothing. We could just stop giving her levels and she would still be broken. So there's a path down there that leads to a even more mushroomy looking place, but let's keep to this higher section.
Chimisks, known to cause confusion. Best not get too close.
Sorry, what? Where? Who? Mask. Right, then shoot it.
That might be worth a look.
Scroll of Detect Thoughts. Well, that is a good spell. down here. Let's go back up. Unsurprisingly, there's a lot of alchemy options down here.
Trap. Be cautious.
Fuck! God! Okay, disarm that, please. I believe we're approaching the Zentarum lift.
Traps. How considerate.
That should be it, right?
Let's get going.
A trio of traps at their ladder. Probably all they'd put down. Hope so. Let's go up.
At the ready.
Motherfucking rumble. I don't believe we properly explored this storehouse, really. We just came down to the entrance and then immediately left. Yeah, shit's still locked and all.
Open up.
So I didn't really internalize the location, but we're actually fairly up high for the Underdark. Like they've actually built this place. What would the act of building this have been like? Like, how do you build a lift to the Underdark? That cannot have been simple or clean. I should start sending these to camp, really. Why does it reckon it has 6 things in it? There! That was not the plan. Don't fucking... There. Okay, now he has space.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
simple.
Okay. We looted up there, but we didn't cross this staircase. So now we come back around to the rest of it. Nothing. All right.
Still alive. So that's progress. What's hiding here?
Imagine by the time I got around to that, there'll be all sorts of mod options. What I'm curious about is if people will start to do companion mods for this game, because, like, some parts of that would be fairly doable, but other parts would be quite complicated. I know there's plenty of those for Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, but it would have been quite a bit easier back then.
Catch a break.
Like, designing the character model would be easy enough, but would you be able to put areas into the game? Could someone make a Baldur's Gate 3 level editor? Are people mad enough to try? That's the sort of thing that I would never play, but I would enjoy reading about. Yeah, I saw that there's a mod that adds the Demon Hunter from World of Warcraft into this game, which is very strange. See, my problem is the class-specific dialogue. Like, you wouldn't, if you play a custom class, you'd get none of those, wouldn't you? I'm trying to remember what it was called. There is a mod for Baldur's Gate 1 and I believe 2, like for the whole classic cycle, because all of the classic Baldur's Gate games 1, 2 and the expansions thereof star the same character in an ongoing journey from level 1 to level however much. There's like a famously bad mod that is, it adds a companion, but it also adds an entire side story around that companion, and they're just like, it's like a story overhaul that has you still be the Baalspawn and still play the base game, but your story is interwoven with this horrible Mary Sue hero character. And, like, I think there's like a famous screenshot let's play of it in Something Awful where they just tear the crap out of it. And I'm glad that exists, just for the, you know, the same way I'm glad The Room exists. You're playing as an artificer, so it has wizard dialogue. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, yeah, Artificer's the missing one. Right. What is it? I want to know. Famously bad Baldur's Gate mod. Sandra. OP. Words can barely describe how horrible it is, but I tried my best anyway. A large mod trilogy that adds a new character and possible companions, as well as numerous new quests to the Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition trilogy. It includes entire new areas, over 100 new quests, and aims to rival the main character's story and scope. Sandra, spelled S-A-N-D-R-A-H, is infamous for being an enormous Mary Sue whose story quickly eclipses anything else going on in the game right up until the end. This mod even includes content set after the Throne of Baal. God, that is a long fucking Let's Play. Yes, these are alchemy things. That's not great. I don't even like that you can romance a 15-year-old in Persona. And in Persona, you're like 16 yourself. That's the end of this section. Yeah, okay, we got everything out of the storehouse. So this is where we would have started if we'd entered that way. So not too far, actually, from the Selûne Temple, but I still think the Selûne Temple is the better start because of the fact that we're on the other side of those statues. How are we for time? We got a bit. Nothing up here. Okay, so we would go down stairs further into the... creepy mushroom place, I guess. Check out over here first. Night light. I guess you can turn it off.
Here we go.
The rest of you gonna make nature checks? No? Okay.
What a charmer.
What's next? Better get to it.
Someone there?
Attention.
Come on, somebody get the nature check.
A lot on my mind.
There seems to be a sword in a stone here. Falar Aluve. I think I've read this story.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil.
This feels holy. Grab the sword with both hands and pull. Well, not me. I got no strength. Consider.
This blade was a warrior's sacrifice to Illustray. Blood can only be honored with blood.
Shed a few drops of blood onto the stone. Ow.
The drow script inscribed on the blade flickers and glows. It rises from the stone, hanging in the air in silent offering.
Last rites of the Dark Dancer. Oh, I failed a concentration check. That's what it was. I was like, oh no, what's happening to me? Falar Aluve. It is 5 to 14 damage. It's a long sword. But it is finesse.
Keep your distance, darling.
It's just not light. So if he takes it, it would take both weapon slots. Ups your performance. The sword hums in anticipation, ready to sing or shriek. Sing. The sword sings a melody. All allies within 6 meter range have bonus to attack rolls, charisma, wisdom, and intelligence saving throws. The sword will stop singing if unequipped. Shriek. All enemies within 6 meters have a 1d4 penalty to charisma, wisdom, and intelligence saving throws, and receive extra thunder damage. She doesn't really use her main weapon. No, the problem is she'll keep unequipping it, because whenever I use the returning pike, that becomes her equipment. If it didn't do that, if it could just be thrown from her inventory, yeah, but she wouldn't be able to use it because it would get unequipped.
Can't give up now.
We've been using this because it gives us Firebolt, which has become my main attack. If I put this on, that will change. It's nice to have. Could give it to a backup party member.
Very well.
It does seem bardly, but we're not very much of a fighting bard. Oops. All right there. Let's shoot that Tim Ask. Kind of glad that happened because that was funny, but let's not get befuddled repeatedly. Do we need to be in tuberculosis mode?
Someone there.
Can't control.
What am I to do?
Hey ho.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Oh, hello. Predator of the Dark.
I smell blood.
There's only one of you. I don't even know if I want to rage. It's got a decent amount of health, though. Ah, it's fine. We can long rest when we've had our third fight. Oof? I don't know if it's oof. Like, watch.
Got it.
Is that oof? 21,495. Yeet builds, man. An additional 16,44.
Time to kill.
You do not have the movement. Well, he could dash, but the point of melee is that he gets an extra attack, and he doesn't when he has to dash in for it. Fuck me, how are you doing that? Yeah, I can break it down. Karlach is a frenzied barbarian with Tavern Brawler. Ballet's armor class 7, attack roll 20, critical. So, crit. 1d20 advantage, plus 3 proficiency, plus 4 Tavern Brawler, plus 2 high ground, plus 4 strength modifier equals 63. The damage? 9, 2d10 piercing, plus 1, plus 4 strength, plus 5, 2d4 piercing, rage, plus 2 rage equals 21. Tavern Brawler, damage roll 4, strength modifier. 9 bludgeoning. 7, 2d4 bludgeoning, rage, plus 2, rage, 9. And then it was also crushed by it for additional. And the second roll, 7 plus 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2, 4 for Tavern Brawler, and Tavern Brawler again. I don't know, it's interesting. Do a throw build. The returning pike from Grat the Trader in the Goblin camp. Just make sure that you talk to him and don't immediately hostile the goblins, and you can get a returning pike, which is very silly. But before the returning pike, you can just carry chests in your inventory. Entire chests with your strong barbarian, and chuck them at people. Or, if you're fighting small enemies, and I still do this before I use the pike, if you're fighting goblins, gnomes, whatever, small, you pick them up and throw them at each other. And that is why we're not giving Karlach... Do we not have the ability to sneak attack you? Oh, normal range. Well, we can walk forward then. Yeah, but like the value of throwing one enemy at another enemy is that 2 enemies are involved in the action. Throwing a friend at the enemy, as we learned during the scratch yeeting incident, doesn't really help because the enemy gets hit no matter what you're throwing at it. What you're throwing at it is the point. You don't need consent to chuck your cleric at monsters. Okay, true. Multiplayer games, that is funny. Wait, no, you're not Karlach. Don't throw anything. Yeah, now you're good. 22 with the sneak attack shoot.
No choice but to keep going.
Firebolt, I would assume, would be my best option. Unless we wanted to mock him to make him worse on his next turn. Ah, well, he's one big enemy. We'll mock him for the disadvantage.
You festering bubo.
Sure, cutting words. And we'll make a quick offhand attack.
What's the plan?
Here, you just use Sacred Flame. Nope. Saved.
Missed this.
Alright, Karlach. It's go time. Covered.
Where are you going? Oh! Fucking hell! Right. The mockery didn't help that. Blasted Astarion for 11 and 17. Blasted Karlak for 7 and 4. Did I get hit? Doesn't seem like it, but I already had lost some health somewhere. Okay, that's fine.
Now this is my happy place.
Are you able to throw, or is it too close? No, throwing still works even point blank. That's fucked. Alright, end him.
There's blood in the air.
Hey Astarion, bite the bullet. Oof is when its last move is to yeet you off the cliffside and then have its dead body make your soul orb unselectable, so you need to go to Withers to come back. Yeah, alright. Doesn't get bloodless because it's not a humanoid, but I still thought it was the funniest possible way to kill this giant fucking armor tank.
I've got a long road ahead.
Just a little nip. Weirdly enough, you've got a suit of armor stuck to your... I don't actually know where I'm taking that from. It's not even armor, it's clothes. Blood Guzzler Garb. When an enemy damages the wearer gains wrath for a turn. And what does that do? +1 bonus to melee weapon damage. How would Karlak look in the Blood Guzzler Garb?
Hey, good looking.
Hey yourself. I maybe want it for aesthetics. I do think she looks nice in it.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
We'll keep her bondage
times.
gear though. I mean, some things should never be thrown away.
Might be useful. Moving in.
You took quite the smacking. I suppose we could just rest now, because a short rest will not heal him to full. And also, we have so many supplies. It's also about time to end for today. We took out 2 Militaurs? Two mill tanks. 2 Minotaurs and a bullet. I'd say we did pretty well. And it looks like the other path that we could have taken would lead us down to here as well. I could, but why? What does it save me not to rest now? 40 supplies out of 25.55. Plus, I want to see what the Underdark campsite is like. We've not explored it. There's a cave exit, which I assume is meant to, like, signify how we get out.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Thanks, Dr. Crane.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new...
Well met.
And some of them are more convenient than others, like, the magic mirror in this one isn't a million miles away for no good reason.
You wish to speak?
You're in the mindset of trying not to long rest because you can't speak with animals except from potions, and you are running on elixirs of heal giant strength. Yeah, if you're using a lot of things that expire at rest, but I'm really not. I think if I was using things that expired at long rests, I would just mod, like, speak with animals. If I was playing a character who didn't have the spell, I think I would literally just mod the potions in so I didn't have to worry about that.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I wonder if the owlbear cub will show up again overnight. Because yeah, he ran off. But I think he'll try again. Hopefully. Hope we didn't fuck it up. But, like, we didn't do anything. Like, Astarion came over and he ran off. It wasn't anything I did. But I wonder if we won't see him again until we're out of the Underdark. Because he wouldn't follow us down here.
Speak.
Would he?
Anything of use?
You gave Auntie Ethel a fortune for your stack and a half of Hill Giant Strength elixirs. Well, the good news about giving a fortune to Auntie Ethel is you can get that fortune back.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Need something?
Nobody has anything for me today.
Hey, you.
I think that's everything for the Underdark camp.
Here goes nothing.
How do we sleep while our beds are burning? Ah, hello! What are you doing down here? It's dangerous!
Blood hurts.
Blood doesn't hurt, but if you're bleeding, it probably does. You hurt, let me see. Not difficult to convince, are you? Fuck. That is going to be very handy.
Look. Cut.
Persuasion, you'll be fine. I mean, I'm better at that than I am at medicine, but I kind of want to help him. Look at this, look at this. I can either do the thing I'm good at, which is to fucking tell him to shrug it off, or I can have a harder time trying to actually be of use. We're not any better at either of these, so let's try and medicine it. The difficulty class is 5, but we do need to roll well. You bastard! Again! Okay, I'll take it.
As the wound closes, the cub begins testing his weight on the leg.
Good. No hurt.
How did this happen?
Teeth. Claws. Bigger.
It looks like he's smiling. You fought something bigger than you? Why?
Strong. Fight. Win.
God, it's not even fully grown and you're already trouble.
Not trouble. Show you.
What? What are you gonna show me? Where did you go? What was that? Wait, why are we all still hurt? We have tamed the owlbear cub. Okay, did we not go to bed? Oh shit, you're here now. We all woke up to fuck around with the owlbear cub.
Oh, hi.
Come with me. Huh? Okay. Oh, you're just here now. Are you? I don't know why it's not saying home. I backed out of the conversation to try to make the dialogue work. But it's not working. He says home, and then when you pet him, he says friend, nice, no bite. But unfortunately, we can't hear him say it. We do need to check in with Scratch and make sure he's, aware of the development, though, because we don't want an animal fight. Most of us here, except maybe Astarion, would agree that that would be a bad thing. Where the fuck did Scratch go, though?
Yes.
You look quite well for a half-dead man. Normally you're a lot messier. In fact, I can barely find half the people who are supposed to be here. Everybody's missing. Except for Karlach, Astarion, Shadowheart. Go back to bed. Maybe the morning will fix it. Time for the nightly R. Now Scratch wants to talk. Might just be because he's picked something up, but it might be related. Let's see. Scratch, don't run away from me.
The dog is unable to speak.
Yeah, it's
through the
another
small
bag.
Bag he holds in his mouth.
Let him keep it? Oh yeah, you actually can let him keep
The
it.
dog is unable to speak.
What you got
through
there?
The small bag.
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
There he is. Okay, we can't introduce them. Pristine mesh toe sandals. Well, Scratch gave them to me. I have to wear them. Okay. I think that's it.
Lady of Sorrow's Guide.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, hi.
Karlach constantly in motion. Hello, do you talk now?
Hello. You are not food. You are friend.
You like it here, huh?
Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin cat smells like goblins.
That's interesting because, like, he's acknowledging that we're in a Underdark cave. Presumably that line sounds different if you're in different places.
Ooh, more. Ooh, more.
Oh, the cave was born in.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you. Ooh, more.
Well, if we're not biting me, why are we putting my hand through its mouth? Well, progress.
You wish to speak?
Still faring well here?
With such stimulating company? Never better.
Don't get any ideas, mate. More is also a Starian's line. Oh, God. Oh, the biting, right. Yeah, go back to being dead, prick. Okay. It is after stop time. We have slain a bullet. Biggest bullet I've ever seen. Not sure what kind of gun you'd fire that out of, but... What makes it attack you? Like, does it attack you here? Because, like, it burrowed under us, like, 3 times. And the other times it didn't bother, and this time it did. Could be the 3rd time, or it could be it wants to go for you on the precarious area so it can knock you into space. But anyway, it's dead now. That's what's important. Fare thee well. I'll be back on Friday, presuming Vampire Survivors has not claimed my soul. Fuck knows, I started about 20 minutes later than I wanted to today for related reasons. But more Underdark next time. Fare thee well.